I was watching this video about this guy making a Ramly burger, very authentic street burger you get in Malaysia. Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 different versions of the sermon I wrote for yesterday at the Chinese church. It was based on Malachi chapter 1, and I preached only obviously one of those versions, the last one. It was called the Toast of Wrath. But here are the other 6 versions that didn't make the cut. Number 1, the first McDonald's in Malaysia. My dad brought me there. It was 1982, 38 years ago. But I remember it till today. And the point was, memories. Memories form the foundation of our relationships, and we need to remember all those memories. We need to make those memories with the people whom we love. The second version was also about my dad, contrasting 2 different events. Number 1, my dad buying me the Millennium Falcon and me buying him a pizza last week. He bought me this Millennium Falcon, brought it all the way from the US when I was a kid. It was this huge toy, and last week I used my phone to buy him a cheap pizza. Thing is, he was more appreciative of the pizza than I was of the Millennium Falcon. He sent it to all his friends on WhatsApp. It's so cheap, contrasting, appreciations, sacrifice of love. Parents will always sacrifice more than their children. Same with God. Number 3 was about this politician named Hannah Yeoh, this podcast that I listened to. She was talking about her first toy, Barbie doll toy, which was in pajamas. That was all her dad could afford at the time. Talking about sacrifice, value. I guess the same point as the one I was making about the Millennium Falcon. I didn't go with that because many people would go, who's Hannah Yeoh? Number 4, I talked about my mom. 5 years ago, my mom came all the way here to Cambridge from Malaysia. She brought with her packs and packs of curry. She sneaked it through customs, and I still have them in the freezer of my fridge. Some of them, friends came over to my flat, had a cookout, and they discovered these packs of curry, cooked it. After they left, I was in tears as I ate up all the leftover curry that my mom had made for me 5 years ago. Number 5, the Chinese Fellowship, the CCCF, Cambridge Chinese Christian Fellowship, CCCF. A student documented its history over summer. He contacted all its alumni going back all the way to the 1970s, and they shared all these amazing stories, God's goodness, God's grace through the years. And my point there was that talk to other people, how God affects their lives, to understand just what a good God, what a gracious God we have. Reading biographies, talking to other Christians, that helps us appreciate God all the more. Number 6, and this was the one that I nearly went with. This was on lockdown. Boris Johnson announced a lockdown for England, and I talked about how it affected us on a national level and on a personal level, economy, but also can I go home for Christmas, that kind of thing. And I wrote out a whole text to this. I didn't go with it because I don't know why. For what it's worth, I burnt my toast. That was the illustration in my mind. I went with that. It was short, it was sweet. It got me straight into Malachi 1 immediately. That was the version I went with. Well, now you know. So that's the story of how I got to that final version that I preached on yesterday. You might have seen that video. I posted it last night. If you're watching this one, thank you for watching this one. Take care and God bless. Have a good week. Bye.